Tonight I'm excited and delighted to speak with Norwood from the legendary band Fishbone. And he's going to be on stage press tonight with Trio de Gracias and performing with Weapon of Choice, Lonnie Smith and Weapon of Choice. So tell me a little bit about the connection with the Nutmeg and Weapon of Choice and how you guys got together years ago, or how you guys became friends.
Well, me and Lonnie come from about the same neighborhood, but we didn't know each other when we were both in that neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
I lived on 59th and Dinker, and he lived not far, in the 60s.
Okay.
Somewhere, I don't remember.
We're talking South Central, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And but I think I was and then we both went to LACC, and I remember I used to see Lonnie on the campus.
Mm-hmm.
We maybe talked a little bit, but we didn't really click all the way up. And then I was playing with this band, Animal Dance, and me and my brother were a rhythm section for Animal Dance, and then when they had to get somebody else because I was doing too much, Lonnie was like, we got this brand new bass player, Lonnie Marshall, he's bad as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we really got to know each other.
And Lonnie's played with a lot of bands over the years as a bass player, with P-Funk and etc. All types of projects. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I saw his band Martial Law, and I was like, oh, I really get it, because we, we draw from the same well, but so we became friends, and I started doing Trulio Disgracias, and I pretty much it just started because I just said yes to everybody who asked to be in the band, and then all of a sudden it was 27 people, and Lonnie was one of them. but the Nutmeg thing came from riots in LA Uprising.
Mm-hmm.
Fishbone played UCSD, I believe. It was one of them colleges and universities in San Diego. The day they read the verdict in the Rodney King.
Oh, so we're talking the riots in the 90s. The Rodney King riots. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Because he speaks of the Nutmeg on the Give a Monkey a Brain album.
Yeah.
Angelo, yeah.
Yeah, I wrote that song.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, there's this correlation going on, because I remember the first Weapon album, and it's Nutmeg all over that album. I'm just like,
Well, so listen, what happened, what had happened was, we were in sound check, and they read the verdict. Kendall came in to sound check, and he was like, they let them bastards off. And we was pissed.
Yeah.
Anyway, sound check was over, and we went back to the hotel, and I went to my room, and I turned on CNN, and LA was erupting, and then the next thing I'm watching Reginald Denny get his head beat in, and I'm like, I looked at the intersection, I'm like, oh shit, Lonnie lived just a couple blocks from there. Let me call Lonnie, see what the fuck is really going on. I picked up the phone, I'm like, Lonnie, I'm watching this fucking news, and I'm seeing this shit going on, I can't hardly believe what I'm seeing. What the fuck is happening? Lonnie said, everybody's going Nutmeg.
Oh, okay.
In that moment, it was he spoke it, and I didn't know what the fuck. I just started laughing. I went from bewilderment, extreme anger, bewilderment, and then confusion watching this shit. Watching Reginald Denny get his head beat in and going it's hard to believe that this is happening, to laughing uncontrollably, to where I couldn't stop. It seemed like I was trying to catch my breath for a half hour. And when I finally could speak through the laughter, I was like, I'm a run with that one, and when I figure out what to do with it, I'll get back at you.
Well,
So I thought about it for about 3 days, and I was like, well, you know, at the time the press was calling the music that we were doing alternative, and I was just like, wait a minute, we doing something new, and we didn't even think about it. Like, we didn't name our own shit.
Oh,
I was like,
Yeah,
so
so
I called,
they categorized you guys.
Yeah, so I called Lonnie. I'm like, this has got to be the name of the music that we play. And then I called Perry Farrell. I called Flea. And I was like, they call this shit alternative. We got to call it Nutmeg. Well, and, you know, Perry Farrell was like, I got nutmeg in my freezer right now. You know? And then Lonnie was like, you know, he brought it back to the Malcolm X movie, to X, right?
Oh, okay.
Because it's actually the pivotal ingredient in Malcolm X's transition.
Oh.
They weaned him off of heroin in prison using nutmeg.
Oh, is that right? Wow.
Right? So now we got significance, and we just kept adding significance to it, just whatever. So that's how. Anyway,
that's an interesting story. I was totally thinking about a sexual reference, but anyway,
no, we knew it sounded nasty too.
Right.
But that's not the path that we were.
Yeah, that was totally.
That was not the path.
And I'm so glad
that
that you enlightened me on that one. So is this the first time you guys are playing the Weapon songs together, or you guys have had other outings doing Weapon of Choice
like
songs?
this, Trulio Disgrace is doing Weapon of Choice. This is the first time.
Oh, really? Okay, awesome, man. That's great.
You know.
Yeah. So there's a David Bowie tribute coming up in Wisdom in April, and I'm excited for that. How did that come about?
Well, I've been doing stuff at Wisdom a bunch, and
It's a great venue.
yeah. So, you know, came in there. I've been doing a Pink Floyd tribute there.
Oh yeah.
Since November 2018. Right, and it's actually like an amazing strong draw, and so.
Yeah, we were there one night when it was like Georgia Ann Muldrow.
So that was
some
me,
cats from P-Funk.
Yeah, that was me in the position of an event producer there, along with like my production partners, Kentia Frazier.
Okay.
And so I did Dub in the Dome, where I brought together Shinehead.
Oh.
And got a bunch of other vocalists to do different parts, but it was like about doing all improv dub. You know, we got Subatomic, who does the live dub for Lee Scratch Perry.
Oh, nice.
Was on the dub.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
Yeah. And I put together a badass band, and you know, with some cats from the Agrolites. It was the Agrolites and my homie Dale Williams, who played with Sun Ra. He played with Sun Ra from 1973 to 1993. He was 14 when he joined the band.
Wow.
And so he was on deck, and you know, so we did Dub in the Dome a couple times, like 3 times, and then we brought in Fred Wesley.
Oh, okay.
Before the one you saw.
Played with James Brown, Fred Wesley.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
James Brown, Bootsy Collins, George Clinton.
Exactly, et cetera.
Right.
Yeah.
So I brought in Fred Wesley first, and then I did another one. Just a couple weeks later, it was Bootsy, Fred Wesley, Bernard Purdy, all together on one show.
Man, that is spectacular.
I'm like, so Kentia really kind of brainstormed this one, the David Bowie tribute.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be you, Angelo, and some other special guests.
Me, Angelo, and Chris Dowd from Fishbone, and
okay.
we got Franklin Vanderbilt, who was Lenny Kravitz's drummer.
Oh, okay.
On drums, and Rod Castro on guitar right now, and I want to bring in Justin Warfield.
Man.
And
wow. Okay.
You know, Justin said he'd do it, but we ain't got on the phone yet.
Okay. Any upcoming projects or festivals that you might want to mention, or?
I don't know.
No,
I'm
really?
up to a lot of shit.
Yeah, I know you are, man. I appreciate your time
Nut
and
Jam Nation. What's that?
Oh yeah, Nut and Jam Nation. That's what's up, and more of like what tonight is, right? Like,
okay.
You know, like every band on this bill tonight, like I'm related to, right? So it's you know, I bring together my community, and if it was outdoors, it would be a festival.
Oh, absolutely.
It would automatically be a festival, right? It's in a club, and so I didn't call it a festival, but anyway. But Nut and Jam Nation is like this, it's all improv.
Oh, wow.
Right? Based on the Trulio members, but it's an invitational. It's not a wide open jam. You got to be connected to somebody in the posse,
right,
to get some stage. But yeah, it's just to explore telepathy.
Okay.
Right? Like, you know, it's the magic of the moment. We do that. It happens anyway.
Improv on the spot type.
I do a lot of that shit. I was doing a thing. It was called the Esoteric Order of Norwood's Terpsichorean Funambulists.
Wow.
And you know, it was just bringing together some cats that I could trust, and just standing on nothing. At the end of the day, we just making it all up on the spot, and you know,
based on feeling and off the cuff,
moving like a flock of birds.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah.
When you ever watch a flock of birds and wonder who giving the signals?
What's
cool,
the band
man.
you have with Luis Oleon?
Oh yeah, that's tomorrow night's thing. Yeah, the Hinges. Like yeah, I'm up to a lot of shit. I got a lot of music running around in my head.
Yeah, I follow you on Instagram, so I heard you talking about the improv, the thing you were just talking about. But
yeah, that's Nut and Jam Nation, and the other one, that's just the whole Nut and Jam Nation is based around Trulio, and the other one is just some other cats. It's some Trulio cats, but it's like I played with Sal Marquez, who played in the Mothers of Invention. He was Mothers of Invention and Buddy Rich, and like I believe he played with Alphonse Mouzon, and you know, like he's and you know, I love Sal, so you know, it's an opportunity to just kind of expand out with some cats. Ben Clackworthy has been coming through lately, but we haven't done it in a little while, but it'll come back.
Okay, man. Well, I appreciate your time today, man. I was sorry. You know, you guys have a great show. We'll be here for sure. Definitely. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, sir.